My name is Indigo Esmond, and this is a video explaining the basics of generative writing. Now, this is taken from Robert Boice's amazing book, Professors as Writers, a self-help guide to productive writing, and it's Robert Boice. Apologies for the library stickers on this copy of the book. This is a fantastic book, and generative writing, I think, is one of the skills that helped me turn my writing around and has helped many of the graduate students that I've worked with turn their writing around. And so I'd like to teach it to you today. What you're going to need is something to write with and something to write on. I find it really useful to do this process using paper and pen. You can, for steps 1 and 3, you can use a computer if you like. Step 2 is really going to require paper and a pen. So step 0, before you start, is just think of a project that you're currently working on, or even one that you are about to begin. And what you're going to do is, step 1, do some free writing with a timer. Set a timer for 10 minutes to begin with. As you get used to the process, you can experiment with setting the timer for different amounts of time. Find 10 minutes works really well. And you're just going to do some free writing, whatever comes to your mind about the topic. If you're already partway through the article or the book or the chapter, whatever it is that you're working on, then you might kind of pick up where you left off, or you might try to pull back to a big picture of the whole thing. If you're just beginning, then you're just going to start putting down those beginning ideas of what this piece of writing might be about. Don't worry about grammar, spelling, sentence structure, any of that. Don't go back and erase. Keep your pen moving or keep your hand moving, and don't stop, but don't rush. You can if you lose track, you don't have anything to say, then you can just go ahead and write the last sentence over and over again. You can write the alphabet. You can write, I don't know what's wrong. I can't figure out what to say next. It really doesn't matter. Just keep your hand moving, and I promise you that new ideas will come. So just for 10 minutes, step 1, free write with the timer. You can go ahead and pause this video while you go and do that. Okay, and now we're ready for step 2. Step 2, you're going to take what you wrote and turn it into a concept map. Again, with a timer, and 10 minutes works well for this. So a concept map is just, it's like a set of bubbles, balloons, with some of the key concepts, like 3 or 4 of the most important things in the piece that you just wrote, your step 1 piece. You're just going to read that through and take those most important ideas and turn them into a concept map. If you finish before the 10 minutes are up, then you can go ahead and you can take that concept map and turn it into a linear outline, but that's really not necessary. It's just to keep you going for those 10 minutes. Inevitably, you're going to have new ideas. Turning the written prose into a concept map is going to give you some new ideas, things that you might want to add, delete, whatever it is. Feel free to do that. That's a part of the process as well. So go ahead and set the timer, 10 minutes for step 2. And then come back for step 3. Step 3, now this is where I diverge a little bit from Boice's perspective. Boice suggests that you keep the writing that you've already done, and you keep the concept map that you've already done. I love when writers get confident enough in their ability to generate words that they just feel free to throw them away. And so I like to do that. Just take what I did in step 1. If I wrote it on paper, just like crumple it up, throw it on the floor, and start over. Step 3, you're going to write it again. And this is really powerful. Take your work from the concept map and or linear outlining, keep that in front of you, and just write it again. 10 minutes, same rules. Don't worry about grammar or spelling, but just keep going for the entire time. go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so I'm assuming you've gone through steps 1, 2, and 3, and that's the whole process. We're just going to repeat steps 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 over and over again. You take what you wrote and you make a concept map out of it. You take your concept map and you write about it. And you can go back and forth between these processes for as long as it takes. It usually takes me, I might work on generative writing 20 or 30 minutes a day for a week at the beginning of an article. By the end of that week, have a really solid sense of what it is that I'm writing about. And since I've written and rewritten the same thing multiple times, I'm really familiar with the language, and it comes much more easily when I sit down to write, quote unquote, a real draft. So all of that writing that you did and threw out before still is very useful because you're using it to continue to refine the ideas and to make that writing process simpler and faster. So I hope that the generative writing goes well for you. Please let me know how it goes in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and good luck with your writing. Bye.